everyone, Achikah here, and it's Wednesday, so that means it's time for another DCUO base showcase here on the channel. Today I got another very special one lined up for you guys. Very special because it is the third place winner of Base Off Wildest Themes. Smoove entered with their base titled Knights of Neon, and it is amazing. If you guys have not seen Smoove's other art-inspired gallery base called Art Studio, I will link it up above. Definitely check that out. But today we're going to be jumping into Knights of Neon, like I said, and it's more of a color and transparency and light study. It's very, very cool. I cannot wait to show you guys. You know, why don't we just jump into it without further ado? Let's check out Smoove, aka Q Ernie's Knights of Neon. Alright, and I think, so Smoove already has all 8 bases on their main, so he had to move over to, the alt, as we tend to do. As a lot of us do. I hope they give us more, deeds on a single character. Oh, there it is, at some point. But, you know. Here's hoping. Oh man, I could not imagine if I could build more stuff on my main, though. I have so much furniture consumed. Yes, and here we are! Okay, so there are a few things here, a lot of things, so we'll just go over each piece as we see them. First off, we have this very cool Etrigan, like, sigil here, and I love how the tube makes it look like Etrigan's face is curved, too. I just think that's a really cool illusion. Like, it's just awesome. It looks like a Zordon from Power Rangers. It's morphin' time! Oh, that's just very cool. And the use of the chroma backdrops too to like clip into the Etrigan sigil. That's kind of like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I think some of the like holographic or transparency things kind of have like different layering, and the chroma backdrops are so thin that you can kind of like separate them. And I think that's kind of what's going on here, and it's just very neat. Then we got this little guy. Look at him. Little beetle man. There was another show, I can't remember what it was called. I think it was called like Beetleborgs or something. Like around the time Power Rangers was out. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? But it looks like one of those, like the horned beetle guy. Kind of with his mask. I love that little guy. Next, you know what? Let's just go around. Let's go over here first. So, this area here, most of it is called mixed signals. So I talked to Smoove after the winner announcement came out because I wanted to make sure I had proper notes if there are any titles to any of the art pieces. So, and again, if you guys are new to Smoove's work and haven't seen the art studio, this is like an art gallery rather than like a base. So, Smoove takes objects within the game and creates art with it, which I think is so cool. It's almost like a found object sculpture from real life, just like in base item form. So it's really neat. So this whole room is called Mixed Signals, and it deals with like just, well, the bat and owl signal being used in various different ways. So we have our first pair here. Look at the little happy monster. Oh, I love him so much. Yeah. A few people on stream saw the Count from Sesame Street. I also saw like a very happy like sea monster poking out, like a creature of the Black Lagoon with the little like frills around the neck. Either way, it's so cute. And then we have this little guy. Look at him smiling up top there. This little mechanical. Well, I guess he's not little. He's quite big. Big boy. Aw. And then you could also turn it on to get his smile to be a bit more of a yay. Oh, it's so neat. Oh, that's wonderful. And then up top we also have like another like masquerade kind of face. And again, you don't even have to see faces or shapes in there. It's like not really a Rorschach test. It's just, it could also be just a really elegant design. But I think it's really cool the different transparencies you can get with the bat symbols or the owl symbols. It's very cool. Speaking of owls. Woo! Look at the eyes! Isn't that awesome? Oh, it's so great. I love it so much. It's like, who? Who? And then there's the little owl over here too, so this is almost like the mama owl. Oh, that's great. Then we have some more transparencies here. Look at that. Oh! And this is the use of the Gothic theme, too, because we have these little, like, pillars. As you can see, that's, like, actually part of the base. See those, like, little, like, the almost, I guess they'd be, like, eyes, almost. Like, I'm seeing, like, some kind of bird or an owl, kind of, still. Or somebody said on stream a peep. It's so cool. But it's just neat to use the environment along with the other aspects. It's just got such like a dark value and saturation that it fits perfectly with the chroma and the bat symbols, like the absence of space, to look like actually part of the illusion, which is really neat. Next we have these guys, which is just, these are just very cool. I love the beam here. This looks like some kind of like ritualistic chalice or something with like some kind of like beacon being set afoot. And it's really neat that you could get like I broke a few of these. I think this is like double mist container. I think most of them are like double mist containers, if I'm not mistaken. Smoove used a lot of mist containers in here to get very cool effects. And then look at the bubbles in this one. Ah, that's so neat. Oh, that's great. Look at the dual beam on this one, especially with like the violet and the blue. Oh, it's awesome. And then we have a chalice here. Oh, it's so great. Oh, look at that one, especially like with the little like design of the extra artifact. Look at that. The little curly Q at the bottom is so cool. And then we have the ranks model. Oh, it's great. And also they're just like kind of floating in the cosmos too to give them this very like ethereal, powerful kind of like aura to them. It's just very, very neat. Oh, I love these. And like if you get like a bird's eye view, you can see the bubbles coming out of that one. Oh, that's very nice. And then throughout the room we have various different uses of the owl and bat symbol. And different transparencies and overlays. Oh, look at this one. This one almost looks like a Azrael symbol or something, you know what I mean? Like some kind of like ancient crucifix or something. It's very neat. And I see a butterfly and a flower here. The super bat. And then we have Q Ernie's outfit here too, also coming from the cosmos to kind of tie the whole room together. I also like how you see the mist containers here too, which is kind of cool. It's almost like this is like showing, because you get to see the bat symbol the most here, and you get to see the mist containers the most here. So it's kind of like all these items are what are making up the art in this room, including Q Ernie himself, aka Smoove. I don't know. I thought that was really cool. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, it's so cool. Just all kinds of really neat patterns that are being made. What a great room. And then there are these. Look at these. Oh, this is so great. So this is impeccable placement, because in order to get these to not like glitch out, you have to kind of be like pretty pixel perfect, I'm pretty sure. And to make these symbols with the indigo lantern banner is just very neat. I love that. Alright, so we have another room here. The last of mixed signals, I do believe. So we have like this. Look at on the ceiling. Like I said, it almost looks like the hilt of a sword, I said on stream, and I still see that like coming through because it uses the actual like work of the Gothic base, like that mount or that vault up top there. Oh, it just looks so cool. Then there's this guy. I see like almost like a Heracross or like a horned beetle. I guess the bat signal, like when you kind of like, you know, have a lot of them, kind of have that very organic like Triforce kind of like, you know, symbol or shape to it. So cool. And this one I love. I had no idea you could overlap the symbols so much to where it would be just a concentrated color. Look at that. That's crazy. That's like 7 or 8 bat symbols, I think, layered atop one another. And then look at this really awesome ombre effect that you get up there. It's almost like a brush stroke of light. It's so cool. Also, this guy really looks like a peep. Or a little chick. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, that's wonderful. Alright, so I think that's the end of mixed signals. And then we're going to go into... Not every piece in here has a name either, so Smoove honestly just wanted to make anything and everything that popped into his head. So, without any editing. So that's like, it's just all the things. It's just all the art pieces that he wanted to do, and I think that's really fun. And also really good exercise for creativity, I think. So we're moving on to the next one, and this one I think honestly, there are a lot of really, really cool things in this base. I love this one. This one, like, look at that! Ah, it's so good, especially with the speakers. Oh, that's great. So, this is like, so this brings up, if you guys didn't see Reg's base the other few days, I'll link it up above, Optimus Frank's base, the grand prize winner. One of the things I really loved about that base was taking imperfections that like annoy us as decorators and using them as like a purposeful, like, and very beautiful, eloquent thing. And I feel like this is one of them because we all deal with this bug. Like this bug that makes everything absolutely insane when you move or shift your controls. If you layer things upon one another and they're on the same plane, they have this weird effect where they fight each other and give like that buzzing, humming noise. But here it just looks like a sound wave and it's so cool. Look at it. It just looks like the bass is going. It's like boom, 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 boom. I love that. I just think it's so great. And like I said, I really love taking things that can be seen as like imperfections and making them like uplift them into like this art piece that has full purpose, and it's just really cool. I really like that a lot. Alright, so let's go over here where we have the digital garden! Oh, this is a fun one. So this is just a bunch of very organic objects made from very inorganic things. Or tech-based things. We have a flower here. Look at that. Oh, here's a really cool effect too. So like I said, I talked with Smoove after the winner announcement to make sure that I got everything, but check this out in the back here. Look at that! Oh, look at that! It's so cool! Because of the overlay again, it's doing that weird haphazardness, but it also kind of gives it like the look of like a dandelion. Do you guys see it with the seed pod? Like the little seeds from the dandelion. Oh, it's so neat. So you have like a giant dandelion on the back and this beautiful like daisy or poinsettia or some kind of flower here. Oh, look at this guy too! Look at that! Oh, it's great, and I love how it's bursting out of the hell pod too. So you have like the organic bursting with the inorganic. And then over here we have a little beetle guy. And this very, very cool, look at this, it's almost like a pussy willow tree. I love it, with all the little spores. Ah, it's so cool. Oh, that's incredible. Oh, it's so neat. Oh, the digital garden's very, very awesome. I think there's also like a little bug guy over there too that I enjoy, but we'll check him out in a second. So next, let's check out this awesome piece here. Like just a bunch of really fun like transparencies. I think I like talked about like Bauhaus stuff in the stream and like just like really stark line work, like very heavy-handed line work that like just looks really nice aesthetically. But I think the really cool thing about this piece is that he got a chroma backdrop to fit up on this little itty-bitty ledge that's in the Gothic theme. You see that ledge right there? Like that little tiny one? The chroma backdrops are incredible. I hope you guys pick some up during Valentine's Day. I think I stressed that in a couple of videos. But they're great. They're amazing, and they have a very, very small hitbox. to where you can put them up against the wall like that. And it's just so cool. Just like, look at that. Oh man, that's great. I just love all the little overlays and all the light work too with that, especially with the clock tower window. Like the fighting light. See that? It's just very neat. Next, we have this piece, which is so cool. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh, so this is Circle Gets the Square. I did not know that magical runes could clip through Scooch Booty panels. Look at how cool that patterning is. Oh, it's so neat. And then you have the light too from the small magical runes and the medium ones. The medium ones don't give off as much light as the small ones, but they still give off a little bit of light. But I just think for how bright Scooch Booty panels are, they don't give off any light, but to see them like kind of have this like glow to them too as you're walking up is just so neat. Oh, it's so great. Look at that. And I love the color. Of course I love the color. Which leads us to another art piece, which is called Ascension. So as you can see, we have these like robed figures getting, you know, I don't know if they're getting abducted or being ascending to these eldritch creatures that are going into the cosmos. But it seems like they're floating, gaining wings, gaining some kind of like power, and then being hurled off into the bowels of space as these but I can't tell if they're like evolving like into these like kind of like eldritchy alien creatures, or if these are alien pods gathering them, because you can see the shields behind and like, you know, carting them off into the cosmos. But either way, it's very cool. And then we have the other little beetle guy. Look at his lashes. He has such pretty lashes. Look at him. Beautiful lashes. Oh man, it's so cool. We also have this guy up here. Look at him. It also looks like a face too of some kind. You see like the eyes and the mouth. The eyes also have like a very lovely blue eyeshadow, at least from my perspective. Oh, it's so great. There's so many fun things in this base. And then we have this piece, which is just really neat. All kinds of different sigils, like, overlapping. But I also like the duality of either this giant red robot that almost looks like Baymax from Big Hero 6, but if he was, like, you know, had very tiny legs. Or I also see a very annoyed bat that's sleeping. Do you guys see the bat with the eyes and, like, the little the cake piece is his mouth. He's like, looks like he's almost being, or it could be a robot riding a bat who's very angry with the robot, or annoyed, I could say. Oh, that's just really neat. And I also like the little feelers too that are here with the Brainiac pods. It's just really cool to see all these fun amalgamations. I really like it a lot. Okay, let's go up top here. We'll go this way because we can see that time flies. All about the puns. But before we go into this next room, check this out. Look at all these transparencies, like, that are layered here. This is really neat. So on this side, we'll see it more clearly. But so it's the use of the Art Deco door frames here to kind of add more transparencies to an already very colorful room. Honestly, let's go in the room first. So this is, the title of this one is Pitching Bright Ideas. And this is kind of where the base started, I think. So Smoove wanted to do something with like mist containers and wanted to experiment with them. And he tried every single combo he possibly could of every single mist container to get these crazy colors. Look at these things. Look at how many colors there are. So I know a few of you have made white, like lantern, like colors with these. We've made pink. We've made all kinds of like interesting colors throughout various bases. But look at all these different like camo-y like colors. Like look at this, it's so cool. There's so many. And this is kind of where a lot of the base, especially the lower half of the base, which we'll get into shortly. But it's just really neat to see how color works in this game because it works a bit different, right? It's like, it's got its own like physics to it. And it's just really neat to see all these different color combinations. Look at that. And I also just love the Playhouse furniture being up here too, just because, I mean, if it like it just I don't think Playhouse furniture has ever been incorporated into a room so well via color palette before. And then in the corner we have this little piggy bank. This little guy, lots of gold coins everywhere. I do still think this is probably an avarice thing. I forgot to ask Smoove about this one, but it definitely looks like a very Yellow Lantern forward piggy bank of sorts that's having a bad day. Looks like he's got a bit of a cough. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, so as I said, there are these Art Deco like transparencies here. So Smoove wanted to also use them to like look at how the blues could also change the color as like a filter. So we have like, look at this. Oh, this is just so cool. So you could see through, and you could see through the different transparencies in here. Through the oh, I found a weak spot. There we go. It's just really neat to like look through these filters here and see everything. Oh, it's so great. And then also check out the arrows here leading into the exhibit as well. Very neat stuff. Alright. So I think that's upstairs. I believe this is the full middle tier. However, I do want to check out the last named item in the base is the portraits here, and check these guys out. Here, I'll do a little die emote so we get a better look so I'm not in the way. I love these guys. Look at him. Oh, I love the guy who's just eating a hot dog and he's very annoyed. Then we have a lovely individual with some gorgeous lashes again, who's very hungry. I think they're probably coveting that hot dog by the amount of potential drool that's happening there. It's either a very like robust, drippy beard, or somebody's very hungry. Either way, the other guy is just happy to be there. And then off to the side, you see my other little favorite guy. Look at this little guy. Look at him. Oh my gosh, he's so little. Look at his little mouth and his big eyes. That's like a base equivalent of like a kitten photo. Look at how cute he is. He's so cute. He's just a little guy. I mean, he's enormous, but he looks like a little guy. He's got little guy energy. Oh, it's so good. Alright, so let's fully go downstairs now that we got a view of all those guys. Alright. And here is another portrait. So this one took me forever to see. Smoove told me in stream and also after the winner's announcement that this was like a half a cyborg's face, and I didn't see it for a very long time until I realized that the Jitters coffee sign was like the whole head, and then it was also half of a cyborg. So it's like there's the eye, there's like the mouth. I don't know, maybe you guys could see it too. It took me a long time. I'm a bit slow sometimes. Oh, and look at that portrait too. I forgot about that one with the Orange Lantern banner. I love that. Looks like they're wearing like a feathered mask or something. Oh, I love that so much. That's so cool. Especially with the Fourth World Conduit. Look at that. Oh, man. And here's some more fun transparency overlays here. You can see the pharmacy cabinets in there, so we have this neat lattice effect. Oh, And again, the bleed tubes now with the mist containers like give also this like bubbly like plasmic effect. It's really neat. Alright, let's continue on, and next we're going to come to the filter area of the base. So this is like both like science and art down here. So this is like transparency overlay and color overlay. So first we have the color overlays, which we kind of saw Smoove playing around with upstairs with the different Art Deco things. So here we have a bunch of different like lantern banners, bunch of different colors, lots of holograms, very brightly colored items in the game, right? And then you look through these transparencies and it changes their colors completely. Look at the cake, it's like a bright red. The Star Sapphire becomes a rage emblem. And then, like, we also saw this in Mistaza's Rainbow base, how, like, the Black Lantern sigil somehow has, like, this void material on it that literally is the absence of light, because in every single tube, it's just so vividly, like, dark, no matter how many transparencies you have. Like, look at that. And this one turns all the other colors, like, this very low intensity red or maybe even a white. If you get low enough, all of them are white. Look at that, like the White Lantern banner. Look at that. That's so cool. Then we have green. I always love how the green like turns like the red like glow tubes like almost yellow. It's so neat. Then we have the filter through red here, which is also very cool. And as you can see, it turns those lantern symbols white, just like the White Lantern banner. I love how like the White Lantern banner, the Star Sapphire banner, and like the Void Lantern banner are kind of like all keys almost. So it's like the White Lantern banner stays white, the Black Lantern banner stays black, but the Star Sapphire one changes with everything. It's just really neat. I just think it's really fun. It's like an overlay transparency. I don't know. And also, I love this part. Check this out. So we have the yellow and green lantern, the dualities of like kind of the DC universe of like good and bad, and then both of them are equalized by rage. I thought that was really neat. So that's what like all these like little guys are for, to check out the different color switches. But here's another really cool one. Check this out. We have the T-Rex in there, whose color, look at that, look at that, it's so much fun. So like you have these like shifts, look at that, and then like you go back this way, and like it's just boop, it's whole. So neat. And then you can see like in there, you can see the actual colors of things. And then this is really neat, so check out, so this is the antimatter rock, and if you look at it through a blue, like like an indigo mist container, it turns into lava. Because it takes out all the blue, so it leaves the orange. That's just really neat. Oh, so cool. And this, I like the sigil work here going through the curtains too. I know this is mainly a transparency lab, but I thought this was really neat as well. And here, oh yes, we have the color organ. Look at this. And a mad lab of color and light experimentation. We have Phantom of the Palette. Oh, that's awesome. And then you can see the background. You can see the Speed Force and the bleed. Oh, not the Speed Force. That is a Speed Force actually, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's a Speed Force. Yeah, Speed Force. What is it? It's not a divider. A wall. I guess it'd be a wall. And the bleed tubes from the transparencies. Now this part of the base is very neat. So, as I've been saying, the whole rest of this base, of course, right? So I talked to Smoove about this after the winner's announcement, and we also talked on stream too a bit, like all of us that were there for the live stream. And Smoove upstairs was trying to mask, like, you know, like that, we talked about it earlier, how the bug where everything kind of like glitches out and you know, like is very like vibrates, you know what I mean? So he wanted to mask the bottom of the mist containers because when he was doing it upstairs, he didn't like how it was kind of taking away from the color effects that he was going for, and he found out that these chemical tubes make transparencies, and it completely shifts like how you can view. For instance, you guys see this? Like look how vivid the color is here. And then if you get behind a tube, it like changes, and then it changes again if you get behind two. Look at that. It makes it like a start, like look, and it looks like a shadow. Like it almost like masks it, and then you can get even further back and get like three. But do you see how it's like flattening them into like the single like entity when really there are like items behind it and lots of shadows and lots of values, but it'll like I just think that's really cool. So we have a few different transparencies here. You could check out the owl symbol that shifts from pink to like white to like a very bright yellow almost, and then like if you look at it through the tube, it like gets nullified into like this single use color. And also you could definitely see like the transparency is like a lot starker too. Look at that. Then we have this very cool like throne artifact kind of thing here, like this demonic artifact, and then you look at it through a tube and it gets like it almost like calms it. Look at that. And it looks like this very like new, like it gives it like this, it's almost like putting on a contrast filter. I don't know how many of you have used like Photoshop or anything, but it just like it makes like some of the darks just like really dramatic. Like look how cool that looks. Look at that. It's so neat. Oh man. And then we have the mists over here too as well. Oh, here's one of my favorite parts. Check this out. Ready? Whoa. Look at that. It's so cool. Just shift your camera and you get like the light from the third world server. Oh, it's just very neat. But yeah, so we have so we'll go over here, we'll check out all these like regular, right? Like without a filter. Oh, this one's so cool. Look at all the different colors. Oh man, this is just very neat. Look at that. All the shadows. Oh, so great. And then there's this very neat like item which almost looks like an after image or a negative, like or like something from like a zoetrope machine, you know, that gives you like that negative image effect. Oh, it's just very neat. And then we'll look through them with the filters here, and you can see the panorama of all the different ones. And you can see how, look at that, all those different, like, look at that, look at how it shifts. Look at that, though. So this is like almost three. So this one like has a couple different tubes. So this one has like a little keyhole effect of a filter. It just looks really neat. But I think my favorite one, look at the Zatanna one here. Look at that. Look, it just... So you have this very bright stark shadow of like white and pink. And then when you go through the different transparency layers, it turns into this like camo color that you had like up above. That's just so cool. Look at that. It's really interesting how things work in the game, like more so than they would like in life. Like it's just really neat. You can see like the game mechanics here, like of how light and color work in transparency overlays. I don't know. You guys know I'm a color nerd, so like this is just really neat to me. I could do this all day. And honestly, I don't even know if this video is doing what this base does justice. So if any of you guys want to see this base, I'm sure Smoove would be more than happy to give you guys permission to enter, because it's very, very neat, very cool. And just look at that. Like I still can't get over how that works. Like it's almost like a magic trick. And Zatanna's there too, so that makes sense. So, with that, guys, I believe that is the end of Smoove, aka Q Ernie's Knights of Neon in their third place winning base. So, thank you so much, Smoove, and congratulations on the third place win. This is awesome. It's both art and creativity, but also there's like a game science to it as well. It's very well done too, and really amazing. And I really love the idea of just like not editing yourself and just making whatever you want and just kind of like throwing caution to the wind and just learning things by playing with base items. I think that's really cool. And yeah, I can't wait to see what the next art studio has to unfold for all of us. So thank you again so much for entering Base Off and sharing this amazing base with us. And thank you guys so much for watching. No new announcements. If there are announcements, they'll always be in my community tab and on the Base Crafters Discord. And if you guys have a base you want me to look at, my schedule is very chaotic and is booked up almost through August right now. But if you do have a base and you're okay with waiting, you can always leave me a comment down below, or I have a sign up sheet over in the Base Crafters Discord too, and let me know if you want your base to be seen. So yeah, I think that is about it. So again, thank you so much to Smoove for showing this absolutely amazing base with us. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care, everybody.